Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Srila Prabhupada ki.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. So we are very, very fortunate today in midst of all of us. We have such a great fortune. We have with us in this Radheshyam Prabhu. How many of you are here first time having face to face darshan and hearing from Radheshyam Prabhu? Some of you are first time getting this. And so I'll just briefly.
Already have put it. They already seen it. You should finish in half a minute. You can finish it. Yes.
So you can see the introduction officially there. And that Prabhu is.
This light should be off. Is it clear?
Yes, please. It's visible. So Prabhu passed out from IIT Mumbai, and Prabhu actually has been revolutionizing since Prabhu joined the Krishna conscious movement. He has been revolutionizing the youths, the energy of India, to bring them to Krishna consciousness and to direct. And as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said that those who have taken birth in India, they should perfect their life and preach all over the world. So Radheshyam Prabhu is not only helping the youths all over India by establishing from last 25 years powerful system where the devotees, students studying in the colleges and different places can take up Krishna consciousness. But now Prabhu is training everyone and spreading Krishna consciousness, especially in America right now. Hari Bol. And Prabhu is going to give a seminar which is also Prabhu presented in the US. And Prabhu is creating a big revolution right now in the US also, apart from creating a mega revolution in India. Prabhu is officially Global Duty Officer for the West Outreach, appointed by GBC of ISKCON. Prabhu is Temple President of ISKCON Pune, ISKCON Hyderabad. And Prabhu is, whoever is guiding you in your Krishna consciousness, Prabhu is guiding them, and maybe their guides also. So Prabhu is guide of the guides of the guides. So we are so blessed that directly we are having Prabhu's association today. So let us welcome Prabhu and take this opportunity to hear from Prabhu very sincerely. Let us welcome Prabhu by 3 times loudly chanting Hari Bol! Hari Bol! Hari Bol!
Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshthaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Welcome all of you for this session on art of relaxed and efficient working, which we call as smart work. See, this is a very famous story of the crow which brought the stones to put in the jar of water to make the water level rise, correct? Generally, it was, at once upon a time, it was called as an intelligent crow. Why? Because if the crow goes inside the jar, it will get stuck inside. So he brought stones to put, to make the water level rise, and then drank the water and flew away, isn't it? But more smarter than this crow is this crow who brought a straw from a fruit juice shop nearby. Like that he drank the water and flew away. So you want to be a hard-working crow or a smart-working crow? So you will learn how to be like the smart crow. So what is a smarter crow? That's given here below. A smart leader always looks for innovative and smart ways of managing the competition and growing business, isn't it? Like you see, in those days, if you are very hardworking and determined and sticking to your position and remaining in the same company for 30, 40 years, you are very much glorified in those days. Even your grandmother may ask you, did you get a permanent job like that? But now times have changed. Every 2, 3 years, people are hopping and jumping from one job to another. And also, you have to be well informed about what is happening around you in the world. And things are changing very rapidly. You know, I used to have a very big shelf on the wall with 1,000 audio tapes in those days. I don't know how many of you have seen the tapes which moves like this, isn't it? Yeah, I had 1,000 tapes. One day a boy brought one, something looking like a chapati, round one. He said, Prabhuji, now many of these tape lectures can be put in a CD player. So then I told my assistants that remove all these audio tapes and convert them into CD player, CDs, which can be played in a CD player. Many students started buying this round one, different colors, different things. So meanwhile, one another boy, he brought, something like a pen type of thing. He took out and showed. Howji, now this new one has come. It's a flash player. You can store a lot of things in this. Then we stopped CDs also. Then we started copying in USB stick kind of thing. Yeah. Then one boy showed a small CD-ROM. He said, you can put 50,000 songs in this. So technology has been changing very rapidly, very fastly, within a decade. So we have to be well-informed, agile, strategic, number-focused, business-focused, people-focused, and you should have global exposure. All these demands are coming up nowadays. You're considered to be smart. If you know the art of working with different types of people, let's call it people agility, you call it. Mental agility means you can take last-minute assignment. Or mental agility also means you can take an assignment which is totally new and you never have any prior experience. You are willing to, do some research and find out and do things. And you have to be strategic in the market. Strategic actually means, you cannot take a crude approach or a thumb rule approach. You have to be well prepared, planned in the mind, well in advance. So these are becoming very important nowadays. Not only in the material field, even in spiritual field now. For example, in those days, a Pandit will be sitting under a tree or with his Chatushpati, with 20 or 30 students with him. Then you may give a lecture there. But times have changed now. The whole globe has become a global village now. And there is so much global connectivity through social media, network, Instagram and Facebook and Twitter and WhatsApp and YouTube. The whole world is connected. And people are not situated in one place now. People are moving around everywhere, all over the world. So the whole world is your audience. And also, if you don't change and keep abreast of times, you may have a very valuable message, but you may not be able to get across. For example, we were reading hard copy books and then gradually Kindle books came, correct? No? Many people are reading Kindle books nowadays. So if you are not available as a Kindle book, then you are going to lose the market. Similarly, in those days, how to enter the hostel and give the boys some books and how to make them understand and all that was a worry. But now everything is on YouTube now. Many students watch the YouTube lectures and come to the temple asking for knowledge. very easily. Now everywhere there are QR codes. You can just click and register a Google Sheet. Go there and put your name, and there are thousands and thousands of people attending online courses nowadays, online classes. In fact, there are self-taking courses. You take course, do the activity and submit and get a certificate also. Like nowadays, many universities are offering such certification for MBAs and all nowadays. So world is going at a very, very fast pace, and some of us may not be able to quickly understand what is happening around. And now adding to all these things, the AI has come now. You go to the airport now, there's a Digi Yatra. You know that? Digi Yatra means what? Before going to airport, you do everything in your computer only. Digi Yatra procedure. When you go to airport, there is no human element involved. Directly you go, there's one lady will be there in the photo. You have to show like this, and she'll say, all right, now you go ahead, she will say. There's a picture only there. There's a device where you show your face, cut directly can go to the plane. There is nobody involved. Of course, you have to go through security check. That's the only thing. And there was no other involvement. They are removing all the human element in between, and the times are changing very rapidly. Therefore, there's a lot of layoffs also from the companies. So, world is going at this pace, and even as devotees, how to reach this message across to as many people as possible, Krishna consciousness. So one has to come up with ways and means. So customer experience and quality has become a vital ingredient. Okay. So given all the other parameters which are same for everybody in this world has only 24 hours, correct now? You don't have 28 hours, you have only 24 hours. And also the market, the competition level also is very high everywhere, in all the market, whether it is, there are many spiritual organizations which have come also. There are also material organizations. Whether you take your material field or spiritual field, competition level is equally high. Time available is the same only. So, given all those parameters, today I am going to share some of the items with you which can make you work very smartly by becoming a thinking person. Those who think well can only modify their approach to life. Like, for example, should you just take your car and rush to Mayapur, or first it is good for you to make sure you have the correct map to Mayapur? Which one is best? Is it a waste of time to ensure that you have the correct map? No. So, therefore, in smart work, what it mainly involves is thinking. So, one item we will finish, and then at the end of which I will give some explanation, okay? So, what is my identity? I am a co-worker with God. And this is actually what Arjuna felt while working with Krishna in the same chariot. Arjuna thought that, me and Krishna are one unit. He is my master, I am his servant, and of course I will be guided by him, and he will show me what I should do, and I will just execute it. So Krishna is like a kingmaker. He is giving ideas to Arjuna, and Arjuna is executing. Chanakya is giving ideas to Chandragupta. Chandragupta is executing. Samat Ramdas is giving ideas to Shivaji Maharaj, and Shivaji Maharaj is executing. So, it's not that Krishna is taking over the chariot and Arjuna is sleeping in the chariot behind. No, Arjuna is taking initiative also. Krishna is telling him what to do. So he's a co-worker with Krishna. So we are all co-workers with God, just like Arjuna was a co-worker with Krishna. So we should take initiative like Arjuna did. So where did I get this idea of what a smart work? Yoga karmasu kaushalam, it is said. So in the Gita, Lord Krishna teaches, we are all jivas who are trapped in material bodies now. So while living in this world, we should act in such a way that this world doesn't entangle us, but we do activity, but we get liberated. For example, in this world, if you do some action which is inappropriate, you get entangled in karmic reaction and you get bad karma for that. For good action, you get good karma. But you need to know what karma should I do so that I don't get bound in this world, but I go back to my original spiritual plane from where I have come. So that is actually called Yoga Karma Kaushalam. I'll tell you an example how to do this. Two boys You know, they were going to one Jamindar's home, and the Jamindar's place was a big palace type of thing with a wall on all the four sides. The tall walls, and there was watchmen. Everybody in the village knew that this Jamindar, is a very angry man, and he had told his watchman, "You should go on rounds, stroll. If anybody writes anything on the wall, you should immediately bring him to me, and we will get them beaten up solidly. So my wall should be very clean." So the watchmen were going round and round. So these two boys, where they went there, two small boys. One boy said, "I'm going to write something on the wall, you see. But the Jamindar won't beat me up." So he said, "You wait and watch." The other boy said, "Hey, don't try this. Many people have got beaten up." But this fellow, anyway, went ahead, he took some, colorful this thing, and then went on the wall and he wrote something. The watchman immediately caught him and took him to Jamindar. And the angry Jamindar said, "How daring you did this? How dare you did this?" And Jamindar came out to watch what this fellow has scribbled. And he was so pleased, he took the boy inside the house and he gave him a lot of gifts, a lot of things. And then he sent him off. The other boy was surprised how this boy, instead of getting beaten up, he got gifts and everything. Can you guess what he must have written? Any of you? He got the opposite effect. You can give the mic to him. Yeah, this mic. The mic is here. He didn't write good about the Zamindar. He wrote, "Do not write on this wall." Like that he wrote on three sides. And then when he met Zamindar, he said, "Zamindar, see, now you don't have to send your watchman round and round. Why? Because I have already written, do not write on this wall and all the three sides." Now, why did Zamindar give him prize? Anybody can say? What was the reason? Why Jamindar gave him the prize? Give the mic. Yeah, yes. Okay, and what was your point? Same, is it? Yeah. Anybody else want to add to that? Anybody? See, he wrote something in alignment with the will of Jamindar, the desire of Jamindar, correct or not? Therefore, he got a gift. That means in this world you can act, but you have to act in alignment with the will of the Lord. Then you will not get entangled. That's the secret. Lord doesn't say don't act. You've seen that monkey? Don't see bad, don't hear bad, don't speak bad. You all have seen those three monkeys? See, God has given eyes, why can't we see? But we should not see what should not be seen. And we should see the beautiful deities with the eyes. We should hear beautiful lectures through the ears or kirtans through the ears. With the mouth you can eat prasad and you can also speak the glories of the Lord. These are all in alignment with the Lord. Like if a soldier is fighting in alignment with the government of India, say, and he is fighting another nation and he is killing some soldiers in the battle, he is given Paramvir Chakra, correct, no? Because he is fighting in alignment with the country. Now the same soldier comes home, he picked up a quarrel with the neighbor, he shot the neighbor. Will he get Paramvir Chakra? They'll put him behind the bars. The same action. There also is killing, here also is killing. What is the difference? There he is killing on behalf of Indian government. Here he is killing on his own account. So don't act on your own account. Act on Krishna's account. For example, you are a cashier in a bank. So you can collect 20 lakhs. Are you going to be jumping up and down? Because it is not your money. It is whose money? Bank's money. Yeah. Now you are giving out 1 crore loan to somebody. Like you cry and give. You won't cry because it is whose money? Bank's money. Neither do you cry when you give out a loan, nor do you jump up and down when you get some money, because both are on behalf of the bank. You act as a nimitta, act as an instrument. While collecting 20 lakhs, you pocket 5 lakhs and then put 15 lakhs in the bank. Then they'll put us behind the bars. Because this 5 lakh, we took it for our own account. We are not putting in the bank's account. So very simple phenomenon it is. If you are acting on behalf of the bank, you don't get entangled. That's the whole point. So the whole Gita talks about how you can be a married man or you can be a brahmachari. You can be a student. You can be a businessman. You can be anybody. But anything you do in your life, you should check whether is it Krishna conscious, is it in alignment with God or it goes against God. For example, God says you can milk the cow, offer the milk to Krishna and drink it. That is permitted. But you cannot slit the throat of a cow. That is banned. You are allowed to marry a wife. Even Lord Ramchandra accepted Ekapatni Vrata, correct now? And lived peacefully. You can live peacefully. But if you want to catch another woman's hand, then that is taboo. That is prohibited. Then you will be punishable. It's a punishable offense. It's a illicit relationship. In this way, the Shastras clearly say, what is Tasman Shastra Pramanante Karya Akarya Vyavastitau. What is right, what is wrong, we should learn from the Shastra. So, we are all co-workers with God in that sense, because just like in the chariot of Arjuna, Arjuna is there, Krishna is there. In this body is also a chariot where the Atma is present, Paramatma is present. Both are there. So, just as Arjuna is guided by Krishna, we are also guided by the Super Soul. And if you cannot listen to the voice of Super Soul, then you can listen to the voice of Bhagavad Gita that Krishna is speaking. And from the Guru Parampara you can hear. To know what is right, what is wrong, and act in alignment with the Lord. Arjuna told Krishna, Karishye Vachanam Tava. He acted. So then it's Yoga Karmasu Kaushalam. You are very smart worker. In Bhagavad Gita, that's what he says. See, we saw the seeds, God gives the rains. You know, we give the interview, the panel has to select us for the job, isn't it? You know, you write exam, but the teacher has to give you marks. Look at this child, very anxious. He's writing very quickly. So no matter how anxious you are, you will only get marks and teacher gives you marks. You have to write the exam and teacher will give you marks. Yeah. Similarly, so we choose many things. For example, you choose a job, you choose a husband or a wife, you choose the type of car. These are all things you can choose. Even an apartment you can choose, either 2 BHK or 3 BHK or a independent bungalow, depending on your paying ability. So these are all things which you choose, isn't it? But there are many things which you don't choose. For example, you don't choose your parents. If you are given chance to choose parents, everybody will say, I want to be Mukesh Ambani's grandson, isn't it? Yeah, you don't have that choice. You don't choose your face cut. Did you choose any of you? Did you choose the pigment of your color skin? Whether you are going to be black or fair or whatever? You didn't make the choice. You got it. You are gifted by God with that. Your IQ level also. You are born with certain IQ level. So who can apply for IIT JEE? Who can go for CAT or all those things? Even there are mock tests nowadays. They tell you what is your capability. So you see that these are all awarded to you by God. You don't choose these things. Then the question arises, who chooses for us? Is it by chance? You see the airport door is opening and closing, but that's not automatic. There is a sensor path being blocked, due to which it's moving. Or when you put the hand in a wash basin, it gives water because sensor path is blocked. Similarly, when a little girl returns from the school and finds a sandwich at home, she's eating, you ask her, hey, who kept the sandwich? She knows the mom has brought it, isn't it? It doesn't come by chance. She prepares for her children. Similarly, you find so many nice things are kept in the nature. There are waterfalls, there are beautiful flowers and fruits and so many type of fruits. Man cannot imitate even one of these fruits. He can only make a plastic mango and keep in the showcase. Just see how many fruits with different varied tastes. So how can anyone imagine such things are coming by chance? Unless somebody has, just like mom prepares and gives. So, therefore we know there is one supreme master in this world. You will find in a school, there is a principal or a headmaster. You go to a company, there is a CEO. You go to a state, there is a chief minister. Go to a country, there is a prime minister or a president. Show me a place where a lot of living beings are coming together and they have no leader. Show me one place. Is there any place like that? Even in a class also, they have a class representative nowadays. They make class rep. Everywhere you will find, there may be a group of people, but the group of people again will have one chairman. You will see that. Everywhere you need one person at the top. So, in the same manner, this world with all its details, you will see in the morning when you rise, go to your field, you will see the sun shines, the cloud showers, the crops grow, the fruits fructify, the grains grow, the flowers blossom, and the spices grow, the medicinal herbs are growing. There are minerals in the mountains like gold, silver, and diamond. There are pearls in the ocean, navaratnas, you can see. Similarly, you find the cow eats grass and gives milk. Is there a machine in this world where you put grass in the top, get milk at the bottom? You can see what an amazing creation. So, and seasons are changing. So, one has to observe these things and see that there is one master, supreme master of all living beings, because millions of living beings are there. There are 8 billion population on earth alone. There must be a master. So, the master and servant here, and they are co-workers. They solve problem as one unit. Here you can see Karna and Shalya. They didn't have a good relationship. When Karna was told by Shalya some suggestion, Karna said, "Shut up your mouth, you are just my charioteer. Don't tell me," when he was sending this Ashwasena and Nagastra. So Karna didn't respect Shalya. Shalya became angry. Shalya said, "I am not just a charioteer. I am king of Madras." In those days, Madras was combination of Andhra and Tamil Nadu also. You thought I am an ordinary man? And he walked out of the battle. Shalya got ego, his ego got hurt. On the other side, you will find trusting relation of Krishna and Arjuna. When the Nagastra came and hit the Mukuta of Arjuna, it fell on the ground and all the diamonds got scattered. Arjuna told Krishna, "Hey, Keshava, please drive the chariot properly." And Krishna said, Why are you saying this? He said, "Look at my mukut has fallen down. People will laugh at me." Krishna said, "Your head must be rolling on the ground." I pushed the chariot 1 foot down. Otherwise, your head must be on the ground. And then immediately Arjuna became grateful to Krishna and said, "Thank you, my Lord. I don't even know what's happening to me. You are my protector." So Krishna-Arjuna relationship became more trusting relation and loving relationship. Whereas Shalya-Karna relationship became very bitter relationship. You want your relationships to become bitter or better? Better. Better, we want not only better, we want to make it best. So this is the first secret you can learn in smart work. All of you working in any place, you will see that in your life, every day, not only single digit number of people are talking to you every day. Other people may be talking to you occasionally. Who generally talk to your mother, your father, your wife, your children, your colleagues in the office, a few of them. It may be 7, 8 people in your life. With these people, if you can have a good relationship, you have conquered the whole world practically. Because other people occasionally talk to you, you are always respectful with them. But with these immediate people who are in regular touch with you, one has to work on having a good, respectful relationship which is based on love and trust. If you don't have a trusting relation, you have a rusting relation. So Krishna Shalya had a rusting relation, whereas Krishna Arjuna had trusting relation. So because we all are co-workers with God, and you are also a co-worker with your parents when you are a child. For example, a child is not independent of the parents. After you marry, you are not independent of the wife. She is also involved in decision making. She will have her choices and desires and expectations and aspirations and all. Similarly, if you are working in a company, you are under a boss, you are not independent. There was one boy in Massachusetts, in Boston, when he was giving a talk, he raised a hand and said, "What are you talking? When I graduate from MIT, I am going to start an industry and I will have thousands of people working for me. And my father has a lot of money, I am going to invest money. You are talking the word co-worker. I am co-worker with nobody because I don't like to work with anybody. I am going to be independent, entrepreneur. I want to start my own company." Then I told him, "Dear sir, Your success depends on your employees under you. They will bring the success for you. He said, what? Then I told him the story. In one company, the president of the company had a ego tussle with the vice president. It was IT company. And the vice president, it was just a small heated exchange for about 15 minutes. The vice president left the company and joined the rival company. And he took all the talents he accumulated for last 10 years here to the rival company. And rival company started skyrocketing, and this parent company started nosediving because he left the company, important fellow. And this president met me in one of the occasions. He was practically weeping. I just had a small tussle for 20 minutes. He left and went away. And then I told him, think about it. What did you speak to him? It must have been so piercing that he left. So he spoke some bad words. He spoke some bad words to the president, thinking that he's anyways my assistant only like that. So he lost a very valuable member of his company. Correct, no? So all of you in your life also, there are many people who are contributing to you. And if you're not going to be mindful of what you speak to them, how you speak to them, how you deal with them, you are likely to lose their support. And like for example, one husband slapped his wife. Immediately she left the home and went to her parents' home. And then the husband realized, my lord, in the absence of my wife, I have to cook myself. 1 day, 2 days he cooked, he realized how difficult it is. Then he remembered his wife, he phoned her up and said, please come back. She said, I won't come, you slapped me. Repeatedly he called her, then he called the parents of the wife. After 3 months, he personally traveled and he had to convince the father of the girl. Father said, I will only allow her to go. You promised me that you will not slap her. He said, what is the question of slapping? If I'm angry, I'll slap myself only. He said, because I need prasad, I need food. How will I survive? I can't cook also myself. I have so much office work to do. So he realized it. You understand, no? So therefore, you are not only co-worker with God. Ultimately, all jivas are co-worker with God. But we are also co-worker with somebody in this world. Basically, this world is a symbiotic world. You are not alone. Plants give us oxygen and we give them carbon dioxide. Correct, no? So it's a symbiotic relationship. Similarly, when you are newborn baby, you can't even open your eyes. Slowly you're opening and seeing. That time, mother gives you breast milk and then they raise you. After you become a grown-up boy, you become, family man and everything. Then parents get very old. They become bedridden and they become helpless and then you need to help them that time. In this way, the world is filled with symbiotic relationships. We are all co-workers. And therefore, one of the smartest way of doing your job in this world is to win the friendships, to win the relationships of capable people through whom you can work wonders in this world. If you see in Pune, many of the devotees who got trained in Pune, they were sent to different temples in India, correct now? Like Acharya was sent here, Premanana was sent to Kanpur, similarly Rajakrishna was sent to Bangalore, Suvarnagari was sent to Bangalore also, Sundarjan was sent to Juhu, Chidaman was sent to Varanasi. So we sent to many places like this, different places. And when these devotees were in Pune, they were very closely knit. And then even though they have gone to different parts of India, we have a group called as a Bliss group. You know that? This Bliss group stands for Brahmachari Leaders Inspiring Spiritual Sangha. So this is actually monthly, 2 hours we all meet. About 30 of us, 30 leaders meet. So I only give spiritual inputs to them. I answer their questions. And I have never stopped doing it for last more than 10 years. I'm doing it regularly. So every month it happens. So if I am available for these people, then they are able to do their services very well and they can tackle many of the difficult situations they may face. And that way we can be instrumental in helping many ISKCON temples do their work effectively, efficiently, without feeling thwarted by some blockage. You understand what I'm saying? So our relationships are very important. That's the very first point we learned. So people who are close to you, it depends on how you deal with them. Bitter relationships lead to alienation and eventually broken relationships. better and best relationships. They can help us work wonders. Eventually, you can do a lot in your life. Yeah. You can see, like Krishna, his relationship with the Pandavas is so sweet. He is doing wonders through many. Like he destroyed the Kauru dynasty and put Yudhishthir Maharaj on the throne, isn't it? He finished Jarasandha and put his son Sahadeva on the throne. You will see that. Similarly, you will see that he made the world align with Brahminical culture or Vedic culture so that all living beings can get a chance to go back to Godhead. He comes to destroy the asuras, protect the devotees, and re-establish dharma. He comes. So, and the second point here is, what is my identity? I am a part of a team to galvanize ideas and efforts of the team. Let us assume that any of you here, you are a leader of one department. You may have 2 people or 4 people or 8 people working with you. Some of you working in IT companies, you may have 12 people also working with you, sometimes 10, 12 people. So as you grow in the number of years, you will be forced to become some kind of leader, where you will be forced to work with, either you are a leader of a team or you are a member of a team, and you can't avoid playing in a team. In Stanford, they did one research. They found that even big schools like Harvard Business School, when students graduate and come out, still there are 57% of people don't know their job description. Exactly what am I supposed to do? Sometimes they are wasting their time in the company not knowing what to do. But they said 82% of them are having struggle with team playing. How much? Can you imagine? Such a big percentage, 82%. Therefore, if you are a devotee, you can practice Trinadapi Shuni Chena Karorapi Sakishana. Then you can be a very good team player. For that, first thing we should know is body, mind, soul. We are the soul covered by body and mind. So God has given us 2 avenues, one mind and one body. In the mind, you store your desires and aspirations. In the body, you execute them. So mind is like a microprocessor and body is like the servo motors. Correct, no? So you store the desires here. You see, mind stores the desires and body executes desires. So I have shown you a yellow band, that is the soul. But outside I have shown you a red band, which is the mind. Covering the soul is the mind and covering the mind is the body, which you see in the mirror, isn't it? So the problem with the mind is, mind has some acquired qualities. Just like rainwater comes down, it is pure. But when it touches the ground, it acquires some mud. It becomes muddy water. Similarly, in this world, when we all came, our mind has become polluted with certain unwanted qualities. I have shown you some examples here. Simple problems in our mind are, some people have a postponing nature. Some people get mood off. If the sky is very dim, they will say, today life is boring, so I didn't do any work. They get mood off. Or some people get easily irritated by small things. Or some people have inability in team playing. And if somebody lacks loyalty to company, one may be laid off also. Or some people have a habit of bad mouthing about others, which is very dangerous. Sweet talking on face and bad mouthing on back is called duplicity. So those are more grave problems, more serious problems. These are not the nature of soul. Soul is pure, but the mind covering the soul has acquired these bad qualities, which has to be cleansed. So now I need 2 people to read. Where is the mic? So I will show you one in yellow and one in red. So the yellow devotee should read in a mild manner, and the red letters when I show, you have to read in a heavy manner, strong manner, passionately, okay? Okay, read the, so yellow one I'm showing innate quality of the soul. And red one I'm showing acquired quality in the mind, which is the impurity in the mind, okay? Start it. God. God who made you by giving him creative thoughts. So he's a team leader is saying like this. Okay, in my team there may be many people with creative thoughts. I'm ready to listen to new ideas if any members give me. What this fellow is saying, yeah. He is also very soft. I need one strong voiced devotee. Who has a thick voice? My opinion is best. Like that you should say. That is also very soft. Anybody?
My opinion is best.
Who is that? Who is that? You can come here. Two of you can read. Okay, okay, you both can read. You both, you and behind. You just give the mic to him back and forth. Okay, two mics are there. Very good. Okay. Read it. Now you read now. Yeah. Yourself and yeah.
I am open.
Like this you keep it.
Oh, I am open to good suggestion from my team. I consider I am one of them.
Although he's leader of the team, he's thinking he's also one of the team members, like that he thinks. What he thinks?
I am easily irritated. I am the boss. Just go what I say.
I am grateful and appreciated of other ideas. It make my life easy and bring direction for the team.
He is thinking that if some member of my team gives ideas, it's wonderful. I don't have to think alone. I have many people to think for me. He thinks.
I consider other giving opinion as insubordination, and I bad mouth about them.
They're still not very strong. I need somebody who has a very, yeah. You can come here, the friend, or you can give him the mic. One gentleman already. Give him, let us see. You read the red one. You read the red one?
Hello. Audible?
Ah.
I consider all.
Oh, you are not the very soft voice. Yeah, give it to somebody quick. Here one. Yeah. You are trying?
I consider others giving opinion as if insubordination and I badmouth about them.
Okay, it is okay. And let us try him.
I consider other giving opinion in insubordination and bad mouth about them.
Okay. Read this one. Yeah. That's true. You read it? Yeah.
I am not an all-knowing God. Let me hear from my friends too.
I know it all. Don't tell me.
I know it all. Don't tell me. Like that you should say. Did you read that? Yeah. I myself will do it. You can leave it.
I know it all. Don't tell me.
Okay. You read the next one. Yes.
I am one of the members of this team and I will work together to bring success in attaining team goals.
I just can't do team playing.
I just can't do team playing. Yes.
I will tolerate my ego even if my original idea is rejected and is substituted by another better idea of my team member.
See, this requires a lot of freedom from false ego, isn't it? Like imagine, I suggested an idea to all team members and one of the team members said such a brilliant idea, everybody appreciated, and my idea is, pushed out, thrown away, and then a new idea has to be accepted. How many of you will feel little dejected, you will feel? Anybody? Correct, no? Yeah. You need to be a very exalted team leader for you to accept one member's idea as a better idea than yours. So this seems to be a very great leader.
I quit the team.
Yeah, I quit the team, he says. So you all saw that yellow one and red one. So how many of you could clearly see a difference between these two? The top one is Sattvic and the red one is Rajasic. It's passionate. So if you are a passionate team leader, we quit the team. We can't survive in a team. And this is the reason 82% of the even the MBAs coming from premier business schools, they are having struggle. This is the main reason. So you have to cultivate sattva. Therefore, what was the second heading I had given? Anybody remembers? First one, we are co-worker with God. That was the first one I said. Second one? I am part of the team to galvanize ideas of everybody. So this is the feeling we should have. I am not a very important person in the team. I am one of the members of the team. That kind of feeling is required. Yeah. See, these are all big people. See, Ronald Reagan is saying, surround yourself with the best people you can find and delegate authority and don't interfere, he's saying. You see? There is usually a point in your business where you can realize that you can't do everything yourself. So here is a smart manager. He has delegated 27% here, 29% there, 6% here, 20% here to different people. That means he trusts people. You have to trust your people and allow them to commit mistakes and learn from their mistakes. And then if you don't have such people under you, then you are going to become like a donkey working too hard. You have to do everything yourself. See here. See, what is leadership? It's about making others better as a result of your presence and making sure that the impact lasts in your absence, which means one concept of servant leader became very, very popular all across the globe now. And the origin of that idea of servant leadership comes from India. Hermann Hesse is the first man. He says came to India and learned the principles from Mahabharata, Ramayana and other things, and then went back to West and then made the book on servant leadership, which is very famous. And servant leadership means what? You are leader of the team, but your goal is to make every member of your team into a leader. Krishna is a kingmaker. He puts Arjuna on the forefront and he remains behind and keeps applying ideas to him. You do this, you do this, do this. And then Arjuna does wonderful thing, Krishna will clap hands. That's a servant leader. And one who is not a servant leader, what he will do, he will tell his team members, "Abhi sab log dekho main kya karunga abhi," what I am going to do. And then he will perform himself. And all the people will ask, what do we do? You will just clap hands, that's all. So he will take others' applause and he wants to be a performer. Whereas servant leader is one who can make multiple leaders. He makes many, many leaders. Okay, here is another example. Technical rightness is to see what is superficial and not what is. See, that left side picture, you see the boss is yelling. Is subordinate listening? You are able to understand it. It is going in one ear and going out from the other ear. Because subordinate is fed up with the boss, with the yelling boss, we call it. Yeah. On the other hand, practical rightness means to see beyond what is. See, what is the meaning of technical rightness and practical rightness? I will give you an example. You will appreciate this point. Say, March 31st, many of the companies are super busy, correct now? Because they are submitting the account and everything. And all the people have worked late nights and everything. So this boss is telling, on 1st April, I want to call for a meeting. Everybody should come in the morning. We have a 3-hour meeting, he says. See, technically he is right. Because when this subordinate is saying, sir, but March 31st, we are submitting everything. So naturally, on 1st April, what people want? They want chutti. Because they worked last 3 months so hard. But the boss is organizing a meeting for 3 hours in April morning. But the boss is saying, but 31st submission is over. So why can't you guys come on first? That is technical rightness. But what is practical rightness? Okay, you guys may be a little tired. One day you take off. Let us have the meeting on 2nd. How many of you understand this example? You understand it? Correct. So we should see practical rightness. So like sometimes we calculate for our yatra. Okay, first we go from here to here, then quickly prasad. Half an hour we finish prasad, and then we go to the next, like that we make. And then we find sometimes 150 boys, students to take them from one place to another takes half an hour. Correct your experience of that? See, in Mayapur we do this in the Prabhupada Samadhi program. After that, boys have to go to room and come back. Walking, taking a crowd itself, you have to keep some time for the moving of the crowd, correct, no? So that is practical rightness. Technical rightness means, why can't they finish prasad and come back so that we can continue the session? No, you cannot. That is. So in this way, the right side one, what I have shown is, his name is Satish Diwan, I think, isn't it? So Satish Diwan, Davani, yeah, Satish Dhawan. See, this is Kalamji sitting with his boss, Satish Dhawan. They had a rocket launch in 1970. Dhawan had told them that computer program has some bugs. Don't fly the rocket until I give you a go ahead. But some of the team was super enthusiastic. They launched it and there was a crash and Big loss, crores of rupees loss. When staff reporters came, Dhawan told the whole team that you guys relax behind, I will manage. So he was the one who faced the wrath of the media people single-handedly. Later on, when 1980 they launched another rocket. This time everybody became sober and careful. With the guidance of Dhawan, they launched it and it was successful. So Dhawan told, Satish Dhawanji told everybody that now you all go to the staff report. They said, but sir, we thought you will come with us and you will speak. He said, what is that to speak? The success speaks for itself. But you are the fellows who worked so hard. So you all should go and be seen in the front, in the newspaper titles, you should come. So Dhawan's photo was not there. All the photo was of the team members. So Kalamji later on wrote one very famous article in Indian Express. He said, this is a true leader, he said. When the team faces a crisis, the leader opens his chest and ready to accept the rotten tomatoes on his chest. And when the team succeeds, when he is given a dozen bouquets, he is taking his neck out of the window to distribute the bouquets to his team members. He doesn't keep it all with himself. So, in this way, you will find many lessons you can learn from such great leaders. Another lesson here you find, Krishna is teaching us. Whole first chapter, Krishna didn't speak anything. And second chapter also up to verse number 7. Arjuna is going on speaking, giving 5 reasons why he will not fight, and Krishna went on listening. So therefore it is said, if you listen well, then you can win the trust of people. So he won the trust of Arjuna. And then Arjuna collapsed in the 7th verse and said, Shishyaste aham, Shadimam Tvam Prapanam. I become your Shishya, you are my Guru Krishna. Now you tell me what I should do, I will do. And then Krishna opened his mouth. So Krishna is teaching us one lesson. Don't speak unless you are hired. Don't give any advice to anybody unless they hire you. So, sometimes people come and tell you so many things. They just want to inform you. They are not in a mood to ask you any question. So, don't become a self-appointed advisor for anybody, because you may say something and they will get wild. So, God has given us 2 ears and 1 mouth. So, we listen to people first. The good listeners become great leaders. See, here the boss is always having habit of yelling. See the subordinates how they are running. Isn't it? He's not a listening boss, he's a yelling boss. See, empower subordinate to express without hesitation, you see. So Arjuna is telling Krishna, Katam Bhishmamaham Sanke Dronam cha Madhusudana Yushuvi Pratiyotsyami Pujarha Varisudhana. My dear Krishna, you are asking me to become a Bhishma Sudan or Drona Sudan. These people are all great souls who deserve my worship. I can't even have a verbal abuse with them. And will you become a Sandipani Sudana? Or you will become a Brahma Sudana? Will you become? Like that he's asking. That much guts a subordinate has to challenge his boss, you see. So Krishna is a friendly boss so that subordinate can express without hesitation. You can see the right side team also. It's a very very open-minded team it looks. Because the leader seems to be a very mature leader, isn't it? So this is what agility I was telling you. So you're learning agility. Results agility means delivers results in challenging first-time situations. Mental agility means ability to examine problems in unique and unusual ways. You see? People agility means you are a skilled communicator and diverse types of people you can deal with. That is telling. So in 18.24, Krishna says one very important thing. A proud man, ahankarena, who hankers for results, kamepsuna, while doing his work, struggles hard, burning out himself, bahulayasam. His work is in mode of passion. He is a hard worker, Krishna says. 3 words he is using. Ahankarena, he is thinking, I am everything, he thinks like that. Kamepsuna, he is fruity mentality he has. Bahulayasam, he works like a donkey, very hard. But a smart worker is not just a passionate worker, but who blends goodness with passion and becomes an innovative leader. That means your Rajoguna should be guided by what? By Sattva-guna. Then you can become a smart worker. How do you build your Sattva-guna? Depending on what books you read, like Bhagavad Gita, what movies you watch, what music you listen, all these things matters. So that was second point. Is it getting late for you? Some of you, I think, are getting late. Another 15 minutes you can go. All right? Then we can see one more thing. Anybody getting late now? Any of you? Another 15 minutes all right for you? And I can finish one more, I'll finish. Read the heading, one of you. Take the mic.
Art of self-awareness, self-management, and social relationship. Social.
Some of mic is not very good. The sound is coming. Not very clear.
Self-awareness, self-management, and social awareness, relationship management.
Relationship management. Okay. I will show you this. See, we all have different type of emotions in different situations. Huh? So, why should we explore our own emotions? Sometimes we are happy, sometimes we are angry, sometimes we are sad. Because your emotions are going to affect you and your environment, both. One doctor says if you become very, very angry, you are breathing heavily, it's equivalent to running 5 miles distance. That much energy is lost by you. Yeah. So, your base emotions like lust, anger and greed are like a flood. Yeah. A flood can do no good. Flood has energy or not? What do you think? It has energy, but what energy? Destructive energy. Our anger, lust, greed, they have destructive energy. So therefore, the emotions become important for us. Similarly, doctors say, if you are feeling envy or jealousy towards somebody and you're burning in the heart, you are also causing some diseases inside yourself. That mental state brings about some diseases in the body also. Because every mental, if you're cheerful in the mind, your body is also very healthy, you'll see. And if your mind has got some hatred for somebody, that hatred reflects with its component in the body. So mind attacks the body and the body attacks the mind. If your body is sick, mind is disturbed. If the mind is toxic, body is disturbed by that. Therefore, emotions are important. Like you see, sometimes you get success, you smile like this. Other times you get failure, you become sad. We all go through emotions. Yeah. Sometimes you are confident, sometimes you are overwhelmed. Sometimes there are people throwing negative inputs on you and you don't know how to manage the environment around you. Sometimes you are healthy, sometimes you are sick. Sometimes you get A grade, other times you get F grade. So this is life. Sukha, dukkha, man, apaman keeps coming in life. That's the way the world is. And we have to be balanced in this. Like you see, I heard 24 students in Kota committed suicide in 2023. So number is shooting up more and more because they are not able to take up. So in Gita teaches us how to increase your inner willpower to face this type of dualities which come in our life. See, prior to COVID, somebody might have been skyrocketing in his business. And when the COVID came, then it started nosediving. So then people are sometimes put off, not able to take it. Yeah. So when you face challenges or when you are overworked, how to stay cool. See, look at these two interactions. What do you observe? What difference do you see in the first and second picture? Anybody take the mic? Any of you?
In the second picture, the team looks relaxed and comfortable while they are sitting. So they seem at ease to communicate their ideas and opinions.
And the first picture, what do you see?
The first picture, it looks like they are stressed. The employees do not like the one who is talking.
Yeah.
And they are feeling.
Which means the team leader plays a very important role in the lives of other people. So Lord Krishna teaches in the second chapter, 56 to 72, if you see, there is one section called Sthita Prajna. Sthita Prajnasya ka bhasha samadhistasya keshava sthitadir kim prabhashet kim asita vrajeta kim. Is asking, my dear Krishna, a person who is self-aware and self-realized, how does he speak? How does he move in this world while dealing with other living beings? And when other people are angry at him or other people are affectionate to him, what is his response? These kind of questions Arjuna is asking. So, we also get unpleasant interactions at home also, not only in the office. So, most people react to the situation. As soon as they get a stimuli, they react back. But intelligent people are, those who are in Sattva-guna, they think twice before they respond back. So that is the advantage of Sattva-guna. Sattva-guna means you have some leverage. You can think before you speak. Because it is said, the broken glass, the spilt milk, the sped arrow, and spoken words cannot be taken back. It is said. Therefore, once you are self-aware, you can do self-management. Because you are responsible for your own behavior and well-being. Okay, look at this table here. First, you have to be self-aware, which means you go outside yourself and then watch you. What type of person am I? How do I deal with my emotions? Do I become extreme in my emotions? And how do I deal with people around me? So in this way, that is called self-awareness. And then when you see some flaws in your behavior, you modify those flaws by managing your emotion. That is called self-management. And social awareness means knowing the people with whom you are working. And then relationship management means modifying your behavior in such a way that your relation with them will be preserved. I'll show you some example. Yeah, empathy means to adjust your wide range of emotional signals coming from various people. Listen attentively and then grasp other person's perspective. Empathy actually means, you are capable of understanding the feelings and emotions and perspectives of others. So, in organizational awareness, keen social awareness, okay. So, here is the exercise, but this exercise will take time. You won't be able to do it immediately. And then there is a next one, which is Ayurvedic mind test to know your guna. Okay, in this exercise, we will conclude with this. Oh, sorry. I'm not supposed to show you the answer. Okay. See, read the first one, blue one of you.
There is nothing I can do now because my boss always interferes in my work, asking for results.
Yeah. So, here a person is very much fed up with his boss now because boss is asking about the results and is struggling in his team. So, he's saying like this. So, he can say three things, A, B, C. You have to find out which one is the correct answer. Okay? Read the three answers. Read the three answers.
Number one, let's look at the alternatives. I can say
That's another one. Second, B answer. Yeah? Yes?
I can say that I have tried enough.
C?
I can do provided I am assured that he won't interfere with me.
Yeah. So, which one you feel? Yeah? A, B, C, which one? Yeah, A is the answer. Because you don't achieve anything in life by blaming others. Okay, let us go to the second one. Read it. Don't tell me.
Don't tell me who all got upset with my speech. That's just way I am.
Yeah. So this person has a very angry mode of speech and it is affecting the other colleagues in the office. But he is saying like this. So three things you can say. Read the three answers.
Number one.
A.
I admit I speak in a straightforward manner without being sentimental.
B.
I can choose a different approach.
C.
I suggest that we have to understand
We have to understand.
we have to understand that everyone is of a different nature and let them be what they are.
So A, B, C. Anybody? B, yeah. Okay, some of you are saying B. Anybody suggest C? Some of them are saying C, correct, no? See, for example, your boss is calling you and telling you that some people are upset with the way you speak, like that he's telling you. And you say C. Sir, everyone is of a different nature, I'm a little strong-natured person, that's my nature. So whoever is upset with me, tell them to understand this point, that I am of this nature. Is it correct? That is C. That's what he says. Everyone is of different nature, he says. He may be soft, I am strong, so what can I do? God made me like this. Can you say like that? So that's not good. So what is the answer? Huh? A, B or C? B. Somebody is saying A. See, I admit I speak in a straightforward manner without being some. मैं sentiment नहीं हूँ, सीधा बोल देता हूँ मुंह में. ये मेरा स्वभाव है. क्या करें? If you ask like that, is it correct? Can you say like that? That's not the answer. So B is the answer. See, I can choose different approach. Third one, you always ask me and him to work together, but he makes me so mad by questioning my opinion on always. Read the ABC answers.
A. I control my own feelings.
B.
He may be able to work with someone else, but not me.
C.
I can work with him until he drives me mad.
ABC. Okay, some of them are saying A. Anybody has any other answer? B? B, yeah. He may be able to work with someone else, but not me. Okay. Say in the temple also sometimes you are asked to work with one devotee. You tell Acharya Prabhu, Prabhuji, he can work with anybody but not me. Then what happens? Tomorrow you change to another department. There also you say the same thing with somebody. Some people cannot work with anybody. So, because many times in company, if you have some colleague whom you are not happy with, they can't change your department very easily. Correct, no? We can't say that. You change my department, you can't say that always. Any other answer? What is the answer? I control my own feelings. Yeah. We have to learn to control the feelings and you have to find out. After controlling feelings, what can I do? This person makes me mad. I have to find out way. If I can slowly, you can tell the boss that, sir, I can control for the time being. If you can help me work with somebody else without this fellow. So, हम दोनों को जमता नहीं, chemistry mismatch होता है. Huh? You can explain, but you can tell the boss, that doesn't mean that I cannot work. I will control my feelings and work for some time. But you can keep in mind, next time don't give us work and you can give it somebody else, you can say. Yeah. So in this way, these are all different ways of responding and not reacting. You understand, no? That was the second one. So these are this activity. So I will stop with this. We have finished 3. And it is a big PPT it is. It will take almost an hour and a half it will take. So I will stop here. Any questions till now? So I will show you the quick, this thing, what I showed you. This is the first one I showed you. I am a co-worker with God. And this is the second one I showed you. I am part of a team. Galvanize ideas and efforts of the team. And third one I told you. You know, self-awareness, self-management, social awareness. So the 2 ladies I showed you, the left side lady was not a good team leader. She was not socially aware, correct, no? So social awareness means she doesn't know the climate of the heart of her team members. Whereas the other lady who is leading the team, she seems to be very cheerful and friendly with all the team members. She understands the mindset of the people. So social awareness means knowing the climate of others' hearts. That is not an easy thing unless you know your own personality. First, we should do self-awareness and self-management. Then we can do social awareness and relationship management. So how many of you understood these 4 items? Is it clear? I think it's not clear. I think it's clear. Sure? Yeah. So in Gita, Lord Krishna teaches also, Anudvegakaram vakyam satyam priyahitam chayat swadhyayabhyasanam chaiva vangmayam tapavujyate. He says that while speaking to others, don't speak in agitating ways, he says. And speak anudvegakaram vakyam satyam, speak the truth, speak sweetly, speak beneficially, speak from the scripture, like that he says. So he is telling, be aware of others' mindset. Don't irritate somebody. Don't. Like one example I'll tell you. One Mataji brought her daughter to the temple and told one devotee, Prabhuji, my daughter got 93% in 10th standard. And the devotee said, Mataji, today morning also one devotee came and said his son got 97%. Do you think this Mataji will be happy? Because he said the right thing at the wrong time. Correct, na? So immediately her face became very small. And she went away. So we should not say the right thing at the wrong time. You have to know what will be the response of people's mind when I say something. If you say, oh, your daughter got 93, and crossing 90 is not a joke, huh? Must be very intelligent, then they'll be very happy, correct, no? So in this way, we need to know whatever I'm going to speak, how will it affect others' minds? This will help you in devotee circle, it will help you in your family, it will also help you in your office also. Huh? This kind of understanding, awareness of others' mindset and your own mindset. Yeah. If you don't make an attempt to modify your behavior towards others, your work can be slowed down. For example, you had a strain with one colleague in the office. That fellow can put you into trouble by not cooperating with you, correct, no? Any of you experience of this? With somebody you had a little strained relation and they didn't cooperate in your work. You understand, no? Then we only suffer. That is why in this smart aspect, the first one I told you, you are a co-worker with God, don't be very proud. Understand that I am only doing 50%, God is doing other 50%. That's the first one. And the second one we learned, all of us will be forced to play in a team. How many of you say you are here, you have to work with somebody else also, you can't work alone. Correct, no? Your nature of your job or service, correct, no? So you have to work as a team. Even if there are 2-3 people, that is also a team only. So that was the second thing. Smart work means be a good team leader, be a good team player in a team. So by being humble, grateful, tolerant, appreciative, and encouraging others, seeing everybody as God's child, one last thing I'll say and conclude. In America, when I was in Delaware, traveling, I came to know that one devotee works in a bank in America. Now the devotee is around 43 or 44 now. The devotee told the bank, hey, please give me VRS, voluntary retirement from service. I have saved enough money. I don't want to come to bank. But the bank is not leaving him. They are telling him that, no, we cannot do without you. You are actually a senior manager. And all people in our bank, they look up to you like people like Pandavas looking up to Yudhishthira Maharaj. You are like that. And they told him that you don't have to do anything in the company. You just come to company for an hour in the morning. And then guide all the people, encourage them and go back. And we will give you the same salary, what you were getting before. No difference. Earlier he was working 8-10 hours. Now he has to work only 1 hour a day. He goes in the morning. And then after coming where he goes to ISKCON temple. He's the ISKCON in charge in one of the temples. Yeah. He's ISKCON president also. He has his son, daughter, family. So I came to know that he just goes for 1 hour. And what makes him so much in demand in the company? Because he is a good listener. Can listen to people, very mature and very expert in appreciating people. Encouraging people, appreciating people, and very brotherly, fatherly, and very kind with everybody. And even if somebody insults on the face, he will be very calm and say that, okay, I'll think about it. Give me some time. He will say. So many people, he has to deal with all kinds of people, and he is very expert in that. So because of his Krishna conscious advancement, he's chanting japa and he is reading Prabhupada's books. He has become very mature, advanced devotee. And he's doing a lot of good work in preaching Krishna consciousness and managing a temple. And also he's just working 1 hour and making big money. So that is a real life example I told you for all these principles. Correct, no? Thank you very much. Any one question, quick question, anybody? Yeah.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dandavat Pranam. Thank you for this wonderful class. Prabhu, I have one question.
More close.
Oh. I have one question. You have told how to deal other, how to keep your mind.
Actually, it is already 8:18. Those of you who have to go, you can carry on. I'll stay for another 5 minutes. I'll stay and I'll answer the question. I retired to bed early. So another 5 minutes I can answer questions. Those who want to go, you can carry on. Yeah. Tell me.
Okay. So some seva, like we need some Rajaguna. I mean, within this time we need to complete a whole the world.
But Rajaguna should be guided by Sattva.
Okay.
Like a flood is no good, but flood should be guided by a dam. Then the dam can be utilized for irrigation purposes. Otherwise, flood will destroy. Like a mad elephant can do no good, but a trained elephant can do good. So unfortunately, that later part I couldn't teach. I came a little late today. I did Kirtan also a long time. What time I started the class? Approximately 7:30, is it? 7 I did Kirtan. I did long Kirtan. Okay. Shaj, what time I must have started approximately? Probably 7:20 I must have. Huh? 7:13, huh? Okay. So the later part will talk about three gunas and all. Will come. Then it will become more clear to you. Our passion has to be guided by goodness. It's called Raja Rishi. Raja is Rajas and Rishi is Sattva. So when you combine this, then you become a visionary leader. Like that. Yes? Somebody else? Yeah, yes.
Prabhuji, you are telling about Tinadapi Sunichena for betterment of your relationship with family or colleagues. But
Everywhere.
yeah.
With any living entity. Yeah.
But my question is how to make a relationship better with colleague while working. They might take advantage of your simplicity.
Simplicity doesn't mean you are gullible. You can see Yudhishthira Maharaj, for example, he was always very humble. One time Dhritarashtra told the Pandavas that you all go to Varnavath Lakshagraha and attend a very good festival there. Beautiful festival. So Yudhishthira called Arjuna and Bhima and asked them, why is our uncle sending only us? Why is he not sending his sons, Duryodhana and other 100 people, isn't it? They said, we also don't know. So then Yudhishthira said, maybe there is some plot possible. So Bhima said, really? Can I find out? He said, no, don't do anything. He said, shh, because we are weak now. We are fatherless sons, come from the forest now. Our situation is little weak. Don't talk about this to anybody. He said, let us keep it confidential. Our only trustworthy confidential associate is Viduraji. So we will take help of Vidura. And Vidura also could not speak to them openly because spies were all around. So Vidura told them, that which is, there is a weapon, a weapon which is not, a weapon can kill us, even though it does not have any sharp end, something like that he said, which means fire. Fire can kill, indirectly he said. And then one who goes underground, in this world, if one learns to take shelter of underground, they are not burnt in the forest fire, something like that he said. So indirectly he said that. But then they understood that he's talking about Surangam. So then through Suranga they escaped later on. So idea is what? Yudhishthira Maharaj was also shrewd. He was humble, but he wouldn't let Kauravas exploit him. He was always attentive also to protect his family brothers. So they were defensive but never offensive. So if you hear one talk which I had spoken in Chowpatty, which is called Tit for Tat, I'll tolerate that. There I am speaking many different case studies there. In which situation we should act. How? To put it very precisely, I'll tell you, we should learn assertive speech and assertive behavior. Assertive means you are not aggressive, you are not passive. Passive means you allow others to cheat you. Aggressive means you cheat others. Assertive means, you allow others their right and you take your right. And that assertive is a very ideal platform where it is a thoughtful behavior. It's polite and firm. It's a courage and considerate, bold and sensitive. And that is passion blended with goodness. That is assertive. Clear, no? There was one last question. Please. Is the mic there?
Hare Krishna Prabhu. So we discussed about acquired qualities of the mind. So my question is, are these qualities acquired over the experiences that we face in this lifetime, or can
it
be over?
comes from your upbringing by parents, upbringing, your teachers, training, in the schools, and the association you had with your friends, uncle, aunt, and grandparents also. It's called genetic determinism, psychic determinism. Grandparents and parents and teachers and friends. And the books, novels that you have been reading, movies that you have watched, what kind of close associations, friendships you had. So all these things combined together makes your personality, in this life. And there is also something undercurrent coming from the previous life in our subconscious mind. That's another thing, One thing we all know that our mind is currently having many flaws and impurities. So you chant Hare Krishna, you can pray to the Lord, please cleanse my mind and debug my program of my mind. Basically, it's like, say, you have 100 bugs in your mind. So in this lifetime, you clear 20 bugs. The next life, you start with 21st bug. You cleared 60 bugs. Start with 61st bug. Then 100 bugs are cleared, then mind is completely free. Then you go back to Godhead. Correct, no? So all of us are actually life after life clearing the bugs in our mind, which are the acquired qualities. Correct, no? And how quickly can we clear the bugs? That depends on the intensity with which you practice Krishna consciousness, and the good association that you pick up now, which can. I had spoken one lecture on how to overcome previous conditionings. You can find out. There I am speaking about that exclusively on the topic of how we already have some very bad conditionings. We know how to overcome them. That's old sanskaras. We didn't want it, somehow we got it. So we want to get rid of it and supply new sanskaras. How to do that? That's one topic. Yeah, but it is not impossible, it's possible. If everything is impossible, God won't speak the scripture. Scriptures say that it's possible. And people have done it. People, Valmiki, how he became a great sage. Mrigari, how he became so great, and how Ajamila repented and became a great soul. There are innumerable examples. And even the recent past, hippies becoming happy by Prabhupada preaching. And even all of us is an example. We all had so many problems before. Now, after chanting Hare Krishna, reading Prabhupada books, practicing, living in company of devotees, so much changes have come in our lives. Most important thing is two things: chanting the holy name and hearing the holy fame. Holy fame is the Bhagavatam. Regular reading of Gita Bhagavatam and chanting the holy name, it can bring the best gentleman out of us. The finest of the gentlemen can come out of us. It makes the devotee shine with many, many good qualities. People who have done it faithfully have achieved it. Thank you. Srila Prabhupada ki, Bhakta Vrinda ki.
Hare Krishna. So we are really blessed. I was just wondering, Prabhuji is since morning 8 o'clock and it's night 8 o'clock. Last 12 hours, Prabhu has been intensely giving his association. He has been speaking 4 sessions today in a whole day. We are so grateful that Prabhu gave us such valuable insight. Personally, I felt very relevant even in my own personal life. We all do so many mistakes and blunders, but Prabhu gave us an insight where we can relate. And let us heartily thank Radheshyam Prabhu for giving his association. Prabhu is so experienced guiding. As Prabhu also told, he is guiding from new people to the very senior leaders in ISKCON to help them. Many temple presidents, Prabhu is guiding to help them to grow in their own Krishna consciousness and to lead the world. So let us heartily thank Prabhu gave us his valuable association by 3 times loudly chanting Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. And we pray that Prabhu can come more often to Calcutta, especially in the upcoming Durga Puja time. If it is possible, we can get Prabhu's association for the youths. It is just around the US, just end of your US trip. So just little bit 1-2 days if you can. I will discuss with you. So if Prabhu can come and give extra, because this time association for youths is only 1 class, but we pray that Prabhu can come more as we were getting association in Calcutta before. Let us pray for that. By loudly chanting once, Hari Bol. Hari Bol. Thank you, Prabhu.
One passing remark I'll make about this smart work. One aspect of smart work is in your day. If you divide your day in 3 activities: plan, execute, interact. These 3 activities. That means if you have 1 hour, for example, 1 minute you plan, and for 1 hour you work. Even 1 or 2 minutes if you plan, then for 1 hour you have something to do. But without planning, you should never do any work. At the beginning of the work, if you have to plan and you have to think, what is the outcome I am expecting? So plan and work and interact with people who are important for you in your life. So even if you plan for 3-4 minutes and you work for 1 hour and interact with the people who are important for you for 3-4 minutes, another. So even if you lose about 8-10 minutes in 1 hour, you'll be surprised over a period of time, you'll be able to accomplish much more than when you continuously work. For example, if you sit in a computer for 3 hours at a stretch, you collapse after that. But if you do these 3 things, plan, do, work and interact, you can work for 8 hours or 10 hours also continuously. So the interacting with others is not just gossiping or socializing. It is meaningful interaction with those who are important for you in your life. So this is another secret of smart work. Most people don't know how to do that. Some people will interact so much that they have no time for their work. And some people become workaholics and they have no time for others. And some people keep planning for a long period of time by the time technology changes. So don't go into, so they are daydreamers. Don't become a daydreamer. Don't become a workaholic. Don't become a popular person who interacts with everybody, no work gets done. So don't go to the 3 extremes, but combine these 3 in your day and you will find your day very fruitful. Because right now what I spoke to you in this is about interacting. That's the only thing I focus today. Because machine you can deal with people it is very, very difficult. Therefore I spoke that. Because with your computer you don't have as much problem as dealing with wife or colleagues or other devotees. Therefore I spoke on a third aspect of interacting. Thank you. Haribol.